Alright, time for a Nocturne game. I will be playing against the Kane here, which is a really solid matchup for me, to be fair. Spell shield can be very annoying for the Kane. His clear speed will have an advantage over mine, but that shouldn't really pose any problems. So, yeah. Spicy invade from the enemy team. Shouldn't really work out for them, to be honest. As long as they leave any type of vision. If they stay, they stay. I doubt it, but I don't think they would beat us necessarily. Let's see. The Kane could still go for a big cheese tactic and like try to start my Raptors, for example. There he is. I figured as much. I'm gonna just start them myself, I suppose. And this Kane really tried going for some stupid-ass cheese tactic. Elo of this game, by the way, we are talking Diamond 4. Flat 1, that region. This dude really won. I knew he was gonna try that cheese tactic, because with the way he pathed, like right here earlier, there is no way he doesn't go for that cheese tactic. So that's why I did what I did and pinged my team in that situation to help me out. I'm actually not going for like this camp right here. I'm actually going to walk up here because based on what he just did, there is a reasonable chance he would go for the invade here as well. Or potentially try something, you know. Interesting start to a game, I will say. But yeah, we should be fine here at this point. I mean, our clear obviously isn't ideal, but at least we didn't get cheesed by the Kane. For me right now, the most important thing is just getting the camps done that I can get done. For Nocturne, ideally a full clearing is the way to go because you need to get those levels. You need to get that level 6 as soon as you can. Otherwise, you will be feeling that quite a bit. We got them both in here, but we still focus the blue. We have to take E here. You can't take Q now because I won't be hitting level 4 otherwise. We're just going to go for top scuttle right away when it gets here. And this is kind of early game fixed. Like generally just for Nocturne, try to keep in mind full clearing is the way to go. It's very straightforward. But in situations like that where you kind of have to adapt to certain situations, well, that's kind of how you do it. Gonna wait a little bit. Now we walk up because Katarina walked up. I flash for that simply for two reasons. One, I want to make sure that my Ahri doesn't die. Two, I don't want to waste my time. Because in that situation, I sat there for quite a bit. If I can get that gold, that kind of offsets my early start by a good margin, which helps me a bit. See if they saw me. I think they didn't. Maybe they did. I don't know. Pretty sure that Zeref saw me, but the Caitlyn didn't. It would have been a pretty good gank if not for the... I mean, my misfortune isn't here, so I'm not going to go for this, obviously. But it would have been a good position if not for the scuttle. But it's okay. This way I can at least get them off the turret a little bit. Also, another thing. 60% of people watching my videos aren't actually subscribed. If you are one of those people, consider subscribing. Checking if you're subscribed and hitting the like button if you don't mind. This is bad. Even with that vision, they still died. That sucks. I guess I get the wave here. Never mind. Could have smited the big one there, to be fair. Dude. What the hell am I looking at right now? Oh, God. I'm backing. I have way too much gold. There's no reason. Interesting start. My team is doing some funky stuff. I will say that much. For For me so far, it's kind of whatever. On Nocturne, you really start to get going when you hit 6. I always rush these boots, by the way, for the Summoner Spell Haste, but also the Ability Haste, which allows me to get my ultimate cooldown pretty low right away. Generally, these boots will like be right there when you hit 6. Sometimes you'll get them a little bit sooner. If you like straight up buy them like absolute first back without doing anything else, then, well, yeah, I guess there's that, but... most of the time, like, you'll have these boots, you can do like a clear and you'll be 6. So at that point, the ability haste starts kicking in before you actually recall off that clear, if that makes sense. So you have that extra ability haste going right there. Plus the summoner spell haste is obviously really nice for like smite tempo and all that type of deal. My goal right now is just to hit 6. If I can get the scuttle here, I should hit it. If this camp is still here, which I doubt because the Ahri died in this area. There it is. It's counter jungled. This would have also probably gotten me very close. They solo killed mid lane. That's not very nice. Good job, Ahri. Good help from the Recon here as well. Are you serious? Okay, the ward's gonna hit me 6. Should be okay. Yep, we are okay. Not bad. Just push in the wave as fast as possible here so the Misfortune gets the back before this wave hits turret. So this way, it's okay. Ideally, I didn't want to have to hit that ward because I would have positioned myself a little bit faster in a good spot for the kill on Caitlyn. But because I didn't hit 6 off Scuttle, of like 1 XP or some stuff like some BS like that, I just had to kill the ward first. Ward do give a tiny amount of experience, so you do get a situation like that where you can hit the level 6 off of it, which helped me a lot in that situation. Kane actually has 2 kills. Did top lane die just now? I wasn't really paying attention, if I'm being honest. I was more so focused on the bot lane situation and hitting level 6. Okay, let's go take the recall here, I suppose. Get towards my top side after this. Go for Stride Breaker here. We're not level 9 yet, so no blue trinket yet. The second you hit 9, you want to buy blue trinket because it will allow you to get vision in situations where you lose vision, so you can still ult people. I mean, Caitlyn has no summoners, so she is in a pretty dead position right there based off of the previous gank done. Now, currently, we have an ultimate coming up in 10 seconds. So we're finishing this camp, and then instead of doing more camps, we're instantly going to use this ult right away. And then after that, we look for something. She just used her dash, so I can actually go in on her, and she should be dead here. Yep, there it goes. I could have also gone top lane there. This is not good. This is really, really bad because Ahri also isn't moving up. Okay, the Kane just gave me this win though. I'll take it. Yep. The Kane wanted to help, but died to the other situation. They already made a misplay here, though, not running up into the play. In that situation right there, Ahri probably should have been able to rotate. Because, I mean, we just killed Katarina. There was no real other thing to be done there. In that situation, you kind of just have to trust in Nocturne. Because a lot of the time, with lethal tempo especially, you're going to have so much attack speed, so many hits in there, that you'll be able to pull off quite a few things. There, the Kane suicided. He should never have tried to go back, but the thing is, he suicided, but it doesn't even matter because he just gave me an extra kill. However, the Riven would have died regardless because he would never have won that 1v1. If I just focused myself completely on hitting Riven and never had an interaction with Kane, Riven would have still died. I need to go loot bot lane again. They're probably doing Dragon here, I think. I'm imagining the... Oh, no dragon. I see. Hit that. Dude. She isn't... Oh, she doesn't have ult. Never mind. I was about to say, she isn't even ulting forward, but she doesn't have it, so that's fine. I should have spell shielded that, probably. I lost vision. Okay, there we go. I am probably dead there, because I dove into them a little bit too hard, but I still pulled aggro, so my team should be able to clean this. So in that situation, like, even though I dove a little hard, it's still perfectly fine because of the overall outcome of the fight. Like, I know that me forcing pretty hard there will have a likelihood of a good outcome on the fight, because they pump all the damage into me, which is fine. But, I mean, dying in that situation is really not that big of a deal. Don't be too worried about that situation, really. All I can say. Right now, my team is getting heavily distracted by Kayn. I wonder where this guy is going to go. He's going to try to recall upwards. They could have cut him off. They could have, like, teamwork cut him off there, but they just kind of let him go. I guess it is whatever. We unfortunately do not get dragon there, but, I mean, it's fine. Like, the overall play is still a win for us, and I was the only one that died off that, basically, because of the aggression that I put out. So I don't really mind that too much. That's fine. I had, like, the second I went in on that, I knew there was a realistic chance that I was going to die. So, as long as you know that beforehand, it's fine. Rift Herald. I feel like I should be running up the Rift Herald right now. On the other hand, he probably has it already. My ult's up now, so the first thing I want to do currently is just look for a play with my ultimate. Let's smite that for some extra speed to go bot lane. They already lost most of their HP, sadly. Katarina is here, which is a bit of a problem, because Ahri is top lane. Okay, good counter gank. Like, in that situation, I had an advantage, because I was able to react to the play, if that makes sense. Like, if I'm not the one initiating the play, when they do something like that, they probably go a little too aggressive, which can then prompt you to get, like, that assistance from your turret, which is basically what happened there. If I didn't get exhausted pretty much instantly, that fight would have just been absolutely done for. But there, in that situation, because I waited for them to go first on the play, I was able to get an advantageous position for us, because they figured this is going to be an easy play. And then because they went first and they took the aggression under the turret, we actually had assistance of turret. If I'm the one going in first in that situation, I will be, like, the play will be in this area without assistance from the turret. And that would be an advantage for them, because my Misfortune already has, like, 1 HP in that situation, right? So you see where I'm coming from with that? If you are looking at a play like that, always try to be the one to react to the play instead of the one initiating the play, unless you know for a fact that you can initiate that play. And because my Misfortune had no HP there was no real way of initiating that play. So, in case you are wondering, that's why. I'm actually gonna walk under turret here, because this is less likely to be warded than try. We go for the Caitlyn first, and then we go for the Xerath. Just have to land the Q hit, because at that point we can chase him completely. There's nothing this guy can do. So that's why I flash Q for him, because after that the movement speed is guaranteed from the Q, and there's no way he can outrun this movement speed increase, so he's just dead guaranteed. Yeah, I hit him for the assist. Beautiful. Yeah, this is where, like, we see the crucial thing right there. Like, the second I have ult, instead of trying to recall because I have a lot of gold, or instead of trying to do whatever, we use that ultimate right away for a play that we see. There's potential for that play. Okay, so the build for Nocturne right now, what I think is the best build currently for him, is going to be this with Stridebreaker. You can also do Gore Drinker if they have heavy melee, less like low mobility. Gore Drinker is slightly better. And then go for Blade of the Rune King, because that actually is a very, very, very nice item at the moment. So that will provide you with a lot of like damage output and stuff, and healing and all that stuff. And after that, you can go for like your classic Death's Dance Mob, Black Cleaver type of build, for example. Those are all things that you can easily do. I do not trust the Olaf in the slightest, so I'll be smiting that scuttle. Yeah, the Blade of the Rune King is a very, very important item currently. After the durability changes, this item pretty much makes sure that you will be able to kill anybody, really. Especially if you combine it with like lethal tempo, because you're going to get all those hits off for all those procs. Which makes things pretty easy. So that's why Blade of the Rune King is a thing. I think I've put out enough pressure to make the Caitlyn tilt her mind, because I've definitely hard destroyed bot lane. But yeah. So Blade of the Rune King. And then we can look for what we need, right? Like in this case, like they're mostly AD, so I'd definitely go for the Death's Dance next, which is what I will be doing here. I might not need the Maw this game. Like you can skip out on a Maw and build like a Frozen Heart, for example. An extra armor item. The Black Cleaver also depends on the situation. If you need the armor penetration, Black Cleaver is the way to go. Straight up. But if you do not need the armor penetration, you can also skip out on Black Cleaver and build like something else. It just really varies on the game. You can build an extra tank item if you feel like that's necessary. You can do a bunch of things. I'm actually going to go top lane to kill this Riven right now. Gonna get feared and should die before turret dies. Oh no, I got the turret. For me right now, it's important to just look for anyone that's solo, that's out of position. Those are the ones that we want to kill. Like that Riven, for example. Like going into a team fight, like straight up diving a team fight is generally not a move, which is the death that I had here, is diving into a team fight. But in that situation, that pretty much made us win the team fight. So, I mean, it's okay, but it's still not generally something you want to do as a base rule on Nocturne. Because, well, diving into a team fight will get you killed, which is what we saw. I also want to play for that Rift Herald still, to be fair. Because the Rift Herald's going to help us close this game out right now. I mean, I've already done quite a lot. Like, as you can see, I have 13 out of 23 kill participation. My team started, like, getting stuff done by themselves for certain. But bot lane, I got absolutely obliterated. Helped some kills on mid lane. Ari snowballing. We looking good. For me right now, it's pretty important. As you can see, like, farm-wise here, I'm making sure that I keep up with farm, keep up with jungle rotations. When my ult's on cooldown, I'm not looking for a play. Now, my ult currently is not on cooldown, but I'm still not looking for a play because there's no real opportunity for a play. Like, this guy right here is a play. This is what we are looking for. She got hit by the Q, so she's basically dead already. The second you get hit by Nocturne Q, which means, like, the path hits, right? The second you get hit by that, you're dead, because Nocturne will just run you down. And that's why, like, looking for solo targets is the way to go. So right now we're just gonna go do the Scuttle. We're gonna do the Rift Herald first, because we might actually run into time crunch with this, because it despawns at 1955. And we do want to get this Rift Herald to help break the base to end the game if they don't have effort. There we go, 300 gold from Rift Herald as well. It's very nice. Ult's currently on cooldown, so I'm not too worried about, like, looking for any plays at the moment. Whatever my team is doing is whatever my team's doing. But the second that thing comes off cooldown, you want to, like, highly start prioritizing looking for a pick, looking for a play, because you want to make sure you get a kill basically on cooldown with that ability. We go Death's Dance here. Probably should do it this way around. There we go. We'll go pick up the red buff here, and then we can just look for some aggression. Ideally, this guy doesn't take it, because he has Grudge for the slowing effect. Please. Annoying. Very annoying, actually. She doesn't even auto-attack that much, so red buff for a Misfortune specifically isn't even that good, but I auto-attack a lot. For me, this is a very relevant buff to have, so just the 80 carry mindset on that one, I think. I could just use the Rift Herald anytime right now. Probably just break mid here. Don't need to ult for this one, I don't think. Use my ult after he runs. I messed up on this one. That's my mispositioning. Okay. That was a pretty bad heal. I don't think that heal actually landed on me. I mean, again, me dying for that's not generally that terrible. I mean, I was worth quite a bit of shutdown gold. I just figured I was going to be able to survive. I don't think that heal actually connected with me. It may have done. But, I mean, I obviously got ignited as well for healing reduction, plus Katarina ult as that as well. I mispositioned myself just here. Like, it's just a bad overall. I think I had some bad clicks, potentially. Maybe, like, clicking down here instead of, like, clicking here. It could be the case, but my mispositioning here definitely is what cost me my life, obviously. But again, I mean, we win, like, it's a 1-4-4 trade or something, so dying, not the biggest deal, even though I was worth 1,000 gold. It's okay. So Dev's Dance here. At this point, like, I can definitely look for some magic resist. So like a Maw or Spirit Visage could be a thing. I can also just look for Frozen Heart, GA. Like, there's a bunch of things you can do. Like, just make sure to adapt to whatever is necessary. For me right now, this guy is out of position. So what do? We will not be able to get him because we lose vision here, actually. And I don't have blue trinket. Yeah, this is your role. Anyone that walks anywhere close to out of position, you go for those people instantly. And just stick to that the entire game. Because people will do it. This, again, this is a Diamond 4, basically Diamond 4 rated game. Maybe Plat 1 players here and there. But mostly Diamond 4. And people walk out of position constantly. So, you can see it here. People do it. And that's the things you want to make sure you abuse. While keeping up clear speed when your ult's on cooldown. 31 seconds on Rift Herald. I don't understand why my Misfortune is going for like Raptors instead of just walking up the Baron right now. Like I just have some like, I don't know, some dumbasses that don't want to do anything. You can use your blue or red trinket to get the thing refreshed instantly. So as you see, I placed the blue trinket. I just for show. I mean, honestly, this blue trinket doesn't do anything. But you can use the blue or a red trinket and get it back instantly. Doesn't work with the guarding trinket, but works with the rest. So you are aware, like you can get a free trinket out of it with Rift Herald. I could just use this right now, see if somebody shows up for that. We're obviously finishing Baron first. Instantly use my spell shield so I don't get stunned. Good. Make sure to protect the Rift Herald right now because I don't want this to go to waste. I had to use it because of the cooldown on it. But I don't want that thing to go to waste. Get a bounce here, break the rest of their base, and that should be pretty much be the end of the game. Use the extra attack speed for turret hits here. Ideally, I want this Rift Herald to get the bounce on the turret. That would be ideal. I'm gonna have to probably take turret aggro for that. Okay, Misfortune did it. That's fine. Otherwise, the turret would aggro the Rift Herald as a priority. And there we go. That is it for Nocturne. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the like button below. Helps me quite a bit. If you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, hit the subscribe button as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.